Hey everybody, welcome to RefTime, powered by RTS and produced by Coraggio Media. I'm Tanya.
And I'm Crane. We'll be covering rules, plays, points of emphasis, and all things official. Good afternoon, and welcome to another segment of RefTime. We have a great guest in the studio with us today. She has come to us all the way from Fort Wayne. And this is the great, the one, the only, my teacher, my mentor in the sport of volleyball, Miss Bev Reincke.
Nice to be here.
Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And I just got to tell everybody, I invited her, she wouldn't come. Tanya invites her, she's here.
Sorry.
So what is up with that? Why you couldn't come when I invited you, but you can come when Tanya invites you?
I think you invited me during the summer when I was traveling a little bit, and then during the volleyball season, I'm pretty much every night on the court.
That's true. Okay, I'll let you off the hook.
Yeah.
Either coaching or officiating or scheduling.
Yes.
Now, I'm curious because you do a lot of things.
Yes.
And why don't you tell us all the things that you do, because I never knew all the things that you're into. I mean, you guys are always talking, but...
Like as far as what sports she's involved?
Sports you do. I mean, because I know for a living you used to work with a newspaper company, right?
Yes. I delivered newspapers for 28 years.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And just quit 2 years ago in December.
So when you say you delivered newspapers, how big of a route did you have?
Well, at one point in time, it was close to 300 on Sunday. And of course, that shrinks it down. Mm-hmm. They're way down now to like 150 on a Saturday, and they don't do Sundays anymore.
So there's still people who actually get paper newspapers?
Yes, they are. They either get them by having a carrier drop them off to them, or they get them in the mail. And they get them in the mail because they have no carriers.
Mm.
Oh, wow. Because I guess the carrier, since the physical newspaper has kind of gone down quite a bit, because I actually was a reporter for the Journal-Gazette for a while. And so but that industry is long gone in a lot of different ways.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and it goes down all the time now. You know, I think they want to try and get everybody on internet and getting their papers in the morning by looking at their computer. But there's a lot of people out there that
they prefer the print.
Yeah, they want the print. They want to be able to open up the paper and drink the coffee. And
I actually prefer that myself.
That's the way we came up. You know, I was downtown the other day and I went by the old newspaper building, and the one that's right across the street from the main they got all those big printing machines in there. Do they still use those?
Yes, they do.
Wow.
Yes. They print in one of the buildings, I believe. I've never really gone through it, but I believe they print in one of the buildings, and then they take what they printed by conveyor belt across to the other building. Because I know sometimes, not very often, but once in a while, you would call and say, hey, you're not getting your papers, the conveyor belt broke.
Oh.
So
Wow.
then sometimes we wouldn't get them. We'd have to deliver them the next day.
Wow. So that means people got to catch up to all that reading, huh?
Yeah.
They get 2 newspapers in one day. So that's what you did up until 2 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And that was your only income? I mean, your main job income?
Pretty much.
That was your daytime job, if you will.
Yeah, pretty much.
So then you got into officiating.
I was in officiating. I started in 1980 officiating, and my first sport that I officiated was volleyball. Okay. And I had great mentors.
Wow.
Great mentors.
Who are some of the? I want to see if we know any of them.
Ann Poppy was one.
Yep,
we
love
know
Ann.
Ann Poppy.
Mary Shriver.
We know that name, don't we? I know we know
Maybe.
that name. I've heard that name before.
Let me see. I'm going to have to go back here in my memory. Some of them. Mary Royce was one.
I don't think I know her.
She's still around. A lot of them I did CYO, and CYO was how I got started because they all refereed in CYO, so they all took me underneath their wing and helped me get started, and It was great, you know.
You said CYL?
CYO,
CYO.
Catholic Youth Organization.
Catholic Youth Organization. And they still operate, don't
Yes,
they?
they do.
CYL. Do they do all the different sports that they used to do? Because I know them from basketball. Do they still do volleyball?
They do volleyball, yeah. I do some of the games now. And I believe that they still have a softball league, but I'm not sure.
And most of that is serving kids?
Uh-huh, yeah.
I didn't know there was a softball kids league.
Well, it's a CYO, so they play each church or each school. And they used to play some at St. Charles, and that's how I know that they have it. But I'm not sure if they still do it or not.
So you've been officiating since 1980.
Volleyball.
And then
that's when you started officiating in general. It was 1980.
I did slow pitch softball before that. I started that in 1977, 1978.
So how many different sports have you officiated?
I've done slow pitch, fast pitch, basketball, and volleyball.
What's your favorite?
Volleyball. Used to be slow pitch because that's what I played for a long time. When I was going up in high school, that was my sport.
So how did volleyball become your favorite sport? What made it your favorite?
I don't know. A lot of it was that my daughter was very interested in it. And so I worked with her some, and I did some coaching for some of the Lutheran schools, and so it just grew on me.
Just grew on you?
Yeah, and Shayna played all the way through college with volleyball.
Oh, okay.
So.
And so now you still officiate volleyball, and you still help coach.
Yes, I help coach at Concordia Lutheran High School. Okay. I'm a behind-the-scenes coach.
How long have you been coaching there?
Oh, geez. Let me see. I coached after Shayna left, and so it's probably been since 2003, maybe.
Okay.
Now, if I remember right, your husband also was an official.
Yes, he was.
Correct? What sports did he officiate?
He did fast pitch, baseball, basketball, and volleyball.
Okay.
So you guys were married and officiating at the same time?
Yes, and the true story is that we actually met on a softball field.
Oh, is that what I'm supposed to say? Oh, that's what you say, right?
Yes. Like you need instruction on that.
Well, I mean, it's kind of.
It is nice.
It's kind of different.
Romantic.
Yeah, it was our first game that either one of us ever did.
As officials?
As officials.
So you guys weren't married at the time?
No. We met on the diamond.
Now, see, what's going through my mind is they're supposed to be out there officiating, but they're making googly eyes at each other during the game. So
not really.
So did the game really get officiated, or?
Well, we got paid. Does that make sense?
It's always a good thing.
Very good thing.
Good foot to start out on. So how long did you guys officiate together?
We met in 1978, I believe, and then we was married in 79. But we officiated some together after we were married. Not a lot, but some.
They met, and a year later they were married?
Yes.
Hey,
they did a lot of flirting on that softball field.
And now you said one of your sons is also an official.
Yes.
And that's not here in Fort Wayne.
No.
He's in Florida?
Right.
Okay.
My youngest son is an official for volleyball and for baseball in Florida.
And now is that the high school level, or does he do upper level?
Just high school.
Just high school.
So you guys kind of influenced him, obviously.
Right.
Okay. Did he ever do any coaching?
He coached for club and volleyball.
So his favorite sport is volleyball as well?
I don't know. He played baseball, so I'd have to say probably his favorite sport was baseball, but he likes volleyball too.
Yeah, if it's an indoor sport, I like it. I like to watch other ones from my couch.
From the comfort of her own home.
Yeah. He would go with me to a lot of games and stuff, and especially when I was coaching. I coached 7th and 8th grade for several years, and when I when I'd go, I'd take him with me. And as a 4-year-old, he would stand in the line with everybody else. And when it was his turn to bump the ball, he bumped the ball and then went to the back or whatever they were doing. And the girls were very nice and let him do that.
Yeah.
And he could, as a second grader, he could bump the ball just as well as any girl in high school.
So
Wow.
when you're coaching at Concordia, what do you bring to the coaching staff with your experience that they need?
The coach that we have right now, when she came in, what I told her was that you coach the team and I will do everything else behind your back. And that's what I do. I take care of the uniforms, I do rosters, I do scorekeeping for anything that she needs, I will do. And if she needs me on the floor, I can be on the floor. But
Do you help her? Do you also help her with rule knowledge?
yes,
Being that you
yes.
are an official.
Yes,
So-
and that's one of the reasons why when I don't have, when they have practice, she doesn't require for me to be on the court because all I do is chase balls a lot of times. So she wants me out in the refereeing world, seeing players, getting rules, understanding the rules, and so on and so forth. So,
That's smart. How long has she coached there?
okay. 15 years, 16.
Wow.
She's been there a while.
Yeah, she's been there.
Because I don't know if I've had Concordia this year. I don't think I've had you guys this year.
I don't think so either.
Not the varsity.
No, you had
I
freshmen the
had
other night.
freshmen. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I had your JV, I think. Yeah.
You might
Was
have
that
Well, I
had
had the
yeah,
freshman twice.
tournament then.
And I think I've had the JV,
JV
in
at a
tournament.
JV
Have you done
tournament.
the varsity this year?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you and Sydney, I think, had the freshman game in the
We did.
in the downstairs.
And I just had them again for the tournament at Snyder this past Saturday. Yeah. So, Bev, you've been around the block a few times on sports.
I have.
Coaching, you officiated 4 different sports?
3.
3.
3? Your
Well,
husband
kind of 4 if
officiates?
you did slow and fast.
Yeah,
pitch,
that's
so.
why I think
Yeah,
it's,
slow isn't a high school sport, but
yeah, so I think
recreational,
it's 4.
okay.
Yeah.
He
And then-
counts if like we line judge, so he counts that as that's separate from officiating.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I mean,
Line
it
judging
is
is not
knowledge.
officiating.
You know.
It's-
Yeah,
you're
it's
part of the
different knowledge.
officiating team, and see, she makes fun of me because I absolutely love line judging. I love it.
I like to line judge.
No, I don't like it. I love it. I love line judging, and I'm pretty good at it because I love it. And then so when we work together, she's like, "All right, go talk to your officials." Whether I'm the up or down,
Yep.
she wants me to go train the officials.
I'll go to
the line judges.
judges.
Yeah.
Yep, I'll say, hey, he's going to take you over there and give you the whole spiel.
And but
And of course, they all say, "Oh, we've done this so many. We know what we're
they
doing."
always say that.
And then they never do.
And then I'll start them off with one simple question. I'll say, okay, you know what you're doing? Oh, yeah. I say, okay, I got a test question. Okay, what do you got? I said, total number of line judging signals. How many are there? And they go, I don't know. I say, no. You know it. You know what you're doing. Well, give me a second here. And then then when
start
we get done,
counting.
they'll go, I never thought of this. I never thought. I said, right. So you really don't know what you're doing. You've just done it so many times. And that's the thing about line judging. Nobody ever trains these parents on how to
That's
line judge.
exactly right.
So when they step out there and they got real officials and we're on the court, we're expecting them to do X, Y, Z. They don't know how to do it because nobody's ever trained them.
Right.
Right.
So I just give them a training and say, okay, next time you have an official, you know what he's talking about. Yeah. And I always tell them, don't watch the ball.
Watch
and
the line.
Well, before that, I'll say, what's your title? And they look at me, what's your title? Line judge? Right. So that means you don't watch the ball, you watch the line. That also means you're not a ball retriever, you're a line judge. And they'll go, oh, yeah. And you know how it is if a parent's out there on the line and then you're waiting for a call and they're running after the ball.
Yeah. They
Give
don't
me a
even give you a
call.
call.
Right.
They just turn
Yeah.
around and chase the ball.
Chase the ball.
Now, I
yeah.
did some line judging a little bit, not a lot, but enough to know that it is so much different than being an official. It was like,
Yeah.
why can't I make this call? I can make it as official, but why can't I make it as a line judge? So it is a completely different game.
It is completely different position.
Yeah, and especially at the college level. I mean, that ball is coming in fast and furious. So, or coming at you.
Right.
And as a matter of fact, I was up on the ladder on the other day, and I seldom get hit with the ball during the match. I got hit with the ball twice.
They always
No,
hit
in the
the
up
ball at me.
position. Up.
I know.
I was up.
I always get, and I'm looking at the girls.
I mean, it hit me on this side. Next thing I know, I got hit on this side. I was like,
well, at least you were equal, ambidextrous.
I told my dad, because we had the headsets in, I said, I need a medic.
I got hit the other night, right on the side of the face.
Oh, that's the worst.
The girl had gone way over here past the antenna and hit the ball and hit it right into my face.
And you were the up
Did you red
official?
card?
And I was the upper official.
Did you
No,
red card?
I did not.
That's what I look at.
thought
the girls.
about it.
Yeah.
I look at them and go, did you try to hit me? No. Come here. You tried to hit me, didn't you? No. I said, get away from me. And they go, oh, okay, I'm not in trouble. Yeah, I like that. That's, and I'll be honest with you, Bev, when I first got into, she knows, when I first got into volleyball, I did not like it. I was not
Remember
interested.
that.
Mm-hmm.
I was this is the sissiest sport ever known to man. But here I am 10 years later, and I'm going, wow, this sport takes agility, strength, timing, balance, teamwork. This is not an easy sport.
And
to
you
play.
have evolved. I'm so proud of you.
What does that mean?
You have really come along. You don't look at it like it's a little sissy sport anymore.
No, it's not a sissy sport.
You enjoy going to games
Yeah, I
and
look
working.
forward to it now.
Now you have to tell Bev, because you told her beforehand, what it was that
What you taught me.
What she taught you.
I'm trying to remember. I think we
We
were.
were at homeschool. It was a homeschool tournament.
Was it homeschool? I thought it was downtown. Yeah, it was homeschool.
Homeschool tournament.
So I'm reffing a volleyball game. I think I was the up official, and the coach across
Yes.
the way was saying some things to me. I'm a basketball official minded person. You're a coach and you're coming at me from across the court, I'm coming back at you. So he was saying something and I was barking back across the court, and I don't know where Bev was. She must have been watching me, because we go into the break room and Bev goes, and you're one of them teachers that just sit there and teach in silence. Y'all used to drive me crazy, but you're the most effective teachers. So Bev is sitting there, she's just looking at me from across the break room. I'm like, why is this woman looking at me? She says, Crane, would you like some friendly advice or something like that? And I looked at you like, yeah, okay, I don't know what you're going to say to me. I think I know it all, but okay. I'm a ref. I'm like, I know how to do this. And you said, well, and you leaned forward, the next time a coach yells at you like that coach was yelling at you, I was like, yeah, did you hear him? Yeah, I heard the whole thing. I've given him a piece of my mind. And you was like, no, that's not the way we do it. I looked at you. That's the way I do it. And you looked at me like, that's not the way we do it. And I'm like, okay, how do we do it, Bev? And you said, the next time a coach acts like that, you just look at him real calm, real cool, real collected, because you can do that, can't you? I'm like, yeah, I could be calm, cool, collected. She just set me up.
She did.
Yeah, she said, just look at him and go. And I was like, what does this mean? And you said, you explained to me that in volleyball, it's not like basketball. You said in volleyball, we don't yell, and coaches know not to yell. So what you do is you put him back in his place, and when you do that, he or she knows they're supposed to send their captain over and do all of the communication. I'm going, wow. And you go, well, yeah, but if you do that, that calms them down, because they're going to talk to their student player, and the player's going to come over and relay to you what the coach wants, and you may not understand them, so you send the captain back over there, and you do that. And I was like, huh. So I tried that. Next time a coach yelled at me, I was like, and he, come here. And he calls his captain over there, and he says to her what she says, and she comes over and tells me. I said, well, dear, just tell him this, and then she goes back, and he sends her back, and I was like, okay, and after this, we're done. And she goes back, and go back to her, I was like, ooh, that works.
Sometimes it's like telephone,
Yeah.
They come back over and they don't really know what the coach wants.
Exactly.
Right. They don't know how to, and they don't know how to formulate that thought.
And they're trying.
Yeah.
But,
Especially depending on the age of them.
Yeah, and one thing I like about it, though, what we're really doing is we're teaching that child how to be a good communicator and how to interpret what that coach is saying, what this official is saying, and it builds them into leaders. I didn't realize in volleyball how important that setter or that captain is. That's the leader on the floor. And I didn't understand. I knew nothing about volleyball. I thought I did, and then I learned all this cultural difference. And I remember, I tell her all the time, I remember the first time I went to a meeting at Southside High School. I don't think it was you. It might have been you. Somebody was up on the stage and they were talking to all the officials. And I didn't want to do volleyball. That's when I was
I
thinking.
still don't remember this meeting.
Yeah, it was a meeting at Southside. We were in the auditorium, and the lady on stage says, and she says, this, that, and the other. Oh, and this is the civilized sport. And everybody's in the audience going, and I'm going, y'all a bunch of pansies. What? This is not officials. And then that happened when I was on the court. I was like, oh, this is a civilized sport. So I like volleyball because it allows me to rest my body in between basketball and be in a civilized arena where coaches know how to communicate, players know how to communicate, the fans don't act too badly compared to basketball. They don't act badly at all. And then
overall, the entire environment is much more civilized in comparison to basketball.
Yeah.
Really, in comparison to a lot of other sports.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
So,
But like I said, it's a very, very challenging sport. And then, you talk about how I count the different sports. Well, we do line judging, but we do it for men's and women's college. To me, those are two different sports because they're different seasons.
Right.
And the men, when they pound that ball, and even the women college, when they hit that ball, it is flying at phenomenal speeds.
right.
You get hit in college, that is nothing.
That was the
High school
college.
is
That was
nothing
the
compared.
college I got hit with the other day.
I'm sorry. You feel bad?
No.
So, Bev, we got some test questions for you.
Oh.
Well, you used to do basketball too, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Oh, I got basketball questions for her too.
Basketball was never my sport, but go ahead.
Oh, she's like, go ahead. Okay. Tanya's got some volleyball first, so I'll let her go with those first.
All right. This will be an easy one.
Don't be giving her easy ones. She's an assigner. She's a veteran. She's a trainer.
All right. This is multiple choice. A contact in any touch. A contact is any touch of the ball by a player with any part of his or her body, with the exception of A, their foot, B, loose hair, C, their knee, or D, none of the above.
Loose hair.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ding, ding, ding. You get some chocolate.
Or whatever you want.
Ask her another one. That was easy.
Okay.
I was going to eat that one, Bev. That was my own choice.
Oh. Let's see. No, that's an easy one too.
Okay, I got one for
Yeah,
basketball.
go
I'm
for
going to
it.
switch
Okay.
goals. Switch gears. Use of profanity by a player is an unsporting act. True or false?
True.
That was an easy one.
Was that easy?
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. You get some candy.
That's okay.
She's taking all the good ones.
All right. Here we go. It's easy, but then it might throw you off. Non-playing team members may stand at the end of the bench. True or false?
What are we talking?
See?
High school versus
High
college.
school versus college, yes.
That means she knows the answer.
Yeah.
Or club.
High school, no. Club and college, yes.
Yep.
Ding, 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 ding. You're taking all my food, Bev. I got issues with
Okay.
that. All right, I got one that you may not know. This is basketball. A substitute for the offended team may enter the game and attempt the second free throw awarded for a technical foul. True or false? Need to hear it again?
Yes. Say it
Okay.
one more time.
A substitute for the offended team may enter the game and attempt the second free throw awarded for a technical foul. True or false?
True.
Dang. Ding, 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 ding. You're killing me here, Bev. She took all the good stuff. Shoot, she didn't have to get no Christmas presents. She got them all over there. So, Bev, tell me this. All the schools that are in Fort Wayne, and this is maybe an unfair question, where does Concordia stand right now in terms of competitiveness on varsity level? And let's say in the SAC.
Okay. Well, we just finished the SAC, and we got beat by Dwenger the other night in 5, so we stand at second.
Oh, it took them five sets to beat you. Were they all close?
The first one, we lost 26-24.
Oh, wow.
And then after that, we won the next two, and they were pretty close, like 25-20, 25-22. And then the fourth one, it looked like we went home for the night. And then the fifth one was a little bit closer, 15-11.
Nice.
Wow.
So who do you guys have in sectionals?
We got the lucky draw this year. We don't play until Saturday morning, and then we play the winner of East Noble or DeKalb. And then we go into the championship. If we win, we go into the championship game at night. And that will probably, it could be Leo, Angola, or Dwinger.
Okay.
Out of those three, which one do you think is the toughest for you guys?
We went 5 with Angola, we went 5 with Dwinger, so I say they're pretty equal.
What about Leo?
Leo, I think we took them in 3.
Okay. Leo is not as strong this year as they were in the
No,
past?
they're not as strong as what
Because
they
they
were.
they were pretty strong a couple of years
For
back.
a couple of
weren't
years there, yes.
they? Yeah. Huh.
So give me, in officiating, a time or something you can think about that maybe was a highlight of your career in officiating.
Oh, that's several years to think about.
I know.
I don't really know. I never have applied to go any higher than what I do, so I've never applied for sectionals or anything like that. I did a lot of slow pitch, and I got into a lot of championship games in slow pitch. That was what I started out in, and then went into fast pitch. Did not do a lot of fast pitch, and I did not like the plate. It wasn't that I didn't like it, it was that I was doing the signing at the time, so I was the last one that went out onto the diamond. And so if you ever done baseball or fast pitch, you know that one day you're up and down and can hardly walk the next day, and then you do it the next day and then it gets better and better and better. Well, that wasn't my theory. My theory was I'd end up doing it one time during the week, and then I wouldn't do it again for a week and a half, and then I'd struggle all over again with the soreness in my legs and everything. So I finally just said I will do softball, but only out in the field, and that was fine. So a lot of my better games and my best officiating was always in softball.
Nice.
Always in softball.
Well, and you know, that's one thing about officiating. We always tell people when they come to our training school is the flexibility of officiating. There's a lot of flexibility, and you've proven that to be true. And I think we're winding down. We're going to have to close out here in a minute, but I do want to caveat off of that and say that the referee training school, we created that in 2011, I believe, to recruit and train people into officiating. And the things we use to help them understand is you can get paid to work out. That's one thing. You get a chance to give back to your community. You get a chance to interact with young people. You get a chance
Stay involved in the activity that you enjoy.
Exactly.
So.
And the flexibility of having that with whatever your profession is. So I want to thank you for coming on the show today. We really
You're
appreciate that. It took Tanya to get you out, but that's okay. We'll accept that. And I do want to just remind people that Ref Training School is available if you're interested. reftrainingschool.com. You can go there and get more information about how to get involved with officiating from a high school perspective. And then if you want to go on to higher levels, we can expose you to that as well, because we know a lot of people in the officiating world. Also, Hoosier 3-on-3. You want to break that down for us a little bit?
So always check out Hoosier3on3.com for any upcoming tournaments or leagues. We do have our Hoosier Holiday Hoops that we'll be doing in December, so check that out. We'd love to see your team come out and play. So.
And then the last thing we want to remind you guys of, if you would like to get into the officiating mindset, we do have sweatshirts available, hoodies. It says Ref Junkies, and then on the back, one of our favorite sayings we like to share with people, Ref Junkies, the definition is, hold that up, just that edge. So Ref Junkie is a referee with a compulsive habit or obsessive dependency on officiating. Is that you, Bev?
That's me.
That's us too. And of course, we got the Hoosier 3-on-3 and the RTS there. We also have them in t-shirts, black
or gray.
and gray t-shirts. So we want to encourage
Short
everyone.
sleeve and long sleeve.
Short sleeve and long sleeve, yeah. So we want to encourage you guys to get out there and promote the officiating mentality. That's why we put RefTime together, so we can talk about sports from a rules and a referee's perspective, because everybody's always talking about the game, but without us, throughout the three of us, it's just recess. It's just recess. So we like to promote that. So if you guys have anything that you ever want to share with us, feel free to call Public Access, and we can get some of those topics on. We'd love to hear what the public has to say. Other than that, Ms. Reincke, thank you for coming on.
You are welcome.
Appreciate having you.
No problem.
And we'll be seeing you on the volleyball court soon.
Yes.
So with that, I want to tell everybody thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you at the next portion of RefTime. RefTime.